Hey everybody, welcome to Ventura, California, here in the good old USA, and Eric's Fishing Tackle. Man, everybody in Ventura knows about Eric's Fishing Tackle. It's like a little museum, and of course they've got everything you need for a successful day on the water. Let's go see if Eric's here and maybe get a tour and take you along with it. Look at this, man. I love that, right? You get a big old flatfish and you can weigh it right here. That is really freaking awesome. Gotta love that. All right, are we lucky enough that Eric is here? Yeah, Eric,
hey Phil,
what's up,
happening?
My friend?
What's happening?
It's good to see you.
You too.
Man, you've been doing this a long time, but
most of my life.
what have you been doing to stay so healthy? You look great. I'm serious.
My wife.
Huh?
My wife.
Oh, there you go, man.
She
You got
keeps me healthy.
Good wife.
Yeah.
How long has this store been here? How long have you been in charge of it?
It opened in '79.
Yeah.
I started working here in 1983 as a kid. Bought it in '94.
Wow.
So, since 1994.
My
31
God.
years.
Oh my God. Has that flown by for you or what?
Yeah. Yeah, it really has.
I know
Yeah.
when you're running a business, a lot of people out there, they're like, oh, what a lucky guy. I mean, he's in this industry that he loves the fishing. There's a lot of freaking headaches when you're running a business, right?
60 to 80 hours a week. It's,
Yeah, oh
it,
my
it
God.
gets
Still?
stuffy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6 days a week in here. Rare to have vacation.
So I want to take all of our fans out there on a tour of the entire store if you have time.
Sure.
But also, this is like a little historical sport fishing
Definitely.
museum, isn't it?
Yes.
What do you have in here history-wise? Let's start there.
Well, I've been collecting fishing gear since 1989.
Yeah. That doesn't sound that long ago. That's
Yeah.
how old I am, man.
Well,
that's a long time ago. I know what you mean.
yeah, I started collecting the old jigs and everything like that. Really, when no one gave a shit about them.
Yeah.
You know, it was no one really cared. Got very into the history of the Avalon Tuna Club. Spent some time with Michael Ferrier, the historian there. Read every book there was on fishing in Southern California. You know, all the way back to like 1898 Charles Holder books. Fell in love with the stuff.
Is it fair to say that Southern California is the birthplace of modern sport fishing?
It's the birthplace of big game sport fishing,
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if we call it the modern sport fishing, but big game.
Yeah, like
sport fishing.
bluefin tuna, marlin.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, there's some people that argue that the tarpon, you know, back in Florida
Right.
were the first big game, but truthfully, I believe the bluefin here in Southern California are today's, big game. Here,
Yeah.
in fact, you can take a look right here. Come on over here, guys. So here's something of interest right here. You got right here. This is a hand-tinted photograph that was
Beautiful.
hand-tinted, hand-colored.
Yeah.
Came out of Zane Gray's house. This
my
is his
God.
brother, R.C. Gray, out here. What would be the Green Pier today in
Yes.
Avalon.
Yes.
You know?
That's such a
Yeah.
magnificent.
You can see the ferry coming in. You know.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, you start mentioning these names, Charles Holder. He was a doctor, right? And
Charles Frederick Holder. Yeah,
Yes.
he was founder of the Rose Bowl.
Yep.
Founder of the Tuna Club. You know, made big game fishing what it is today.
yes, 100%. And look at all these old jigs you've got here.
Yeah, this
Really
is some of my,
crazy.
more of my common stuff, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, I love my jigs, but I'm really into the history of sport fishing on sport boats too.
Yeah.
You know, just the same. So this like something like this, people don't realize what it is, but that was on the back of the China Clipper, which is now the legend today.
Yeah.
There was 2 of these on the back. You could find old photos of the Clipper, and that's on there.
Damn, I
was
love that.
Saved off the boat.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So. You know.
Why is the history so important to you?
I don't know. I hated history in school.
Yeah.
Fell in love with fishing history and got more involved with all history now and everything.
Oh, okay.
Especially our islands. It's our back door, you know.
Yeah.
The history of Ventura County, even I'm big on that.
Yeah.
I'm 6th generation Ventura County, so the farm families, you know, fishing, and all the hunting and everything here.
So my dad was born in Oxnard and told me stories about his best friend, Billy McGrath. Used to play around with the McGrath, so you know that family, right?
Related to the McGraths.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And my dad played, you mentioned the Rose Bowl and Charles Holder. He played in the Rose Bowl. He was playing for Ventura JC. They played Pasadena City College. Guess who was playing for Pasadena City College?
No idea.
Jackie Robinson.
Really? Wow. that's
And I
awesome,
think
man.
my dad exaggerated
Yeah.
a little bit. He said he made an open field tackle on Jackie. I think that was BS.
Hey,
but
you know,
I
he
got the
could've.
program,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's there, so it's
Hey,
pretty
yeah.
cool. Pretty
No,
cool.
I know the McGraths well.
No, that is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
What a small world.
One of our local captains here is his father's Phil McGrath, Cole. He runs the Aloha part-time for Patrick, and is also a harbor patrolman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a McGrath kid.
Before we go any further, speaking about the history of sport fishing up here in Ventura and the Channel Islands, have you ever seen fishing like we are currently seeing? I mean, the sea bass fishing, the halibut fishing, not going on for a month, but just going on for...
People ask me all the time. I think the fishing today is as good as it's ever been.
Me too. 100%.
I really started fishing heavily in about 1981, 82, and the big 1983 year of our kind of the first year we ever declared El Nino.
Yeah.
Was pretty amazing and everything that. But I think this is the best I've ever seen it. I talked to the kids about the bluefin fishery back when I was a kid, where we fished 10-pound test on a number 8 hook and fly line for a 10-pounder.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing 200-pounders caught on a regular basis.
It's amazing, man. I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
And when I was a young man back in the late 70s, I was fishing. I was thinking to myself, when we get to this, like 2025, even though I wasn't thinking that far, fishing will not be that good.
Well,
it's just not going to be that
30
great.
million people here in Southern California, you would never expect to see what we have. It's incredible. It's incredible.
It really is.
The halibut fishery here in Channel Islands, the sea bass fishery here in Channel Islands, the sword fishery is really coming about. We got friends out there fishing swordies right now.
Are you talking about sport fishing or commercial or both?
Sport.
Oh, okay. So deep water.
Deep dropping.
Yeah.
It's amazing. We have an incredible fishery here.
Oh my God. I think it's like, I've made the argument many times that perhaps this is the best part of Southern California, right up here in the Channel Islands. For people around the world.
Well, one of the things with the Channel Islands people don't realize, is it's one of the least visited of all our national parks. And I tell people all the time, go see the islands. Even if you don't go fish, go check out the islands. It's an amazing place.
Yeah, it is.
I spent a lot of time on the island myself. When my father was just in here, we were talking, my dad's involved with the Santa Cruz Island Foundation. He goes out to the islands all the time. And, the president is actually Joe Walsh of the Eagles.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, they just opened a museum in Carpinteria.
That is fantastic.
It's
so
amazing.
Joe's a big fisherman?
Not a fisherman, just loves the island.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Loves the conserving the beauty of the island.
In his heyday, I guess he went out there and got away from things.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
Right on. That's great. One thing I noticed when I walked in, it looks like you guys do custom rods. It's full service here, isn't it?
We do custom rods, rod repair, reel repair, you name it. We do a lot of custom rigging on yachts. Rig a lot of big yachts up here. People don't realize, what we do. Do a lot of work with all the yacht brokers here in town. It's one of our bigger part of our business. Bryce Herman, the legit up here, is kind of a hot shot 6-pack kid. With Sean Stewart, those guys set up with a lot of their clients.
Love Sean. He's such a great person. Yeah, he does such a great job.
Grew up with Sean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, grew up with Sean.
Did you fish with him on the XL when he was running that? Or?
Yeah, actually,
Patrick
Kavanaugh was one of my best friends growing up.
Right.
So Sean actually came in after Patrick, obviously.
Right.
Patrick and I went to tell people we double dated the prom together.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so the Kavanaugh brothers lived 100 yards down the street from the tackle shop here.
Wow.
And we all worked on the sport boats together as kids.
That is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you want to take us on a little tour and show us, both the history and just your inventory, because it is vast. You have so much here.
Yeah, I love iron fishing, so we carry a lot of iron. Your surface irons, yo-yo irons, tuna jigs.
Yep.
Up here in the Channel Islands, bounce balling is really big. Obviously, here's your tuna jigs, your, deep dropping, that's the new hot thing.
Yep.
Over here, you got your guys fishing in the surf. We have a striper population up here that's really blown up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, catching stripers in the surf up here, which didn't, it's not new, it's just become known. Yeah. We kept it quiet for a long time.
I was going to say, the lid's off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the different hooks. We carry Mustad, Gamakatsu, Owner, VMC, I don't know, all of them, Try to carry a variety. The thing with my shop, I try to not just carry saltwater or freshwater, but we carry complete line of saltwater, complete line of freshwater, from bass to trout to fly fishing, saltwater, freshwater. Try to have enough of everything.
Yes.
We don't have a huge inventory. We're not like some of the shops down south, but we definitely rotate our inventory in and out constantly.
Can see that.
And we've done well over the years. I tell people this is the birthplace of the swim bait. Also, back in the late 80s, early 90s, you hear all this stuff about the big baits at the lakes and stuff like that. Well, this shop being between Casitas and Castaic, a lot of stuff went down in here that people don't realize.
Oh, right.
This is, big part of Southern California bass history, was kind of born in here.
In fact, Danny Cadota wanted me to say hi to you. He wanted me to send his best to you.
Yeah, Dan was a huge part of it. I talked to Dan about it. We laugh at some of the claims people make, when they were fishing 15 years ago thinking they invented this and that, and Danny and Bob Krupe and all those guys down south were doing it 30 years prior.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So.
Hey, Robert mentioned to me that you sometimes put some things on sale and you really don't know about it. So that would go like there's some sale items.
Yeah, we have sale items. The thing is like we try to rotate stuff out enough that we do have some sale items here and there. Our biggest thing is we match prices.
Yeah.
So like customer comes in and they want to know a price on a reel. I go online, see what the best price online, and match it.
Really?
Yeah, we try to compete with online and have service also. Unlike the online stores, we'll actually, service the people's reels and all that stuff and give them advice.
And plus, Eric, the intel that you walk in here, I can already see you interacting with you. You're a fountain of information, but I understand you've got sport fishing dignitaries sitting here from time to time who I'm sure are willing to share their knowledge.
I tell people that the thing I'm most proud of at the store, this is where the pros go.
Yeah.
So like, rainy day, you can walk in here and there'll be 3-4 sport boat captains hanging out in here. Every one of these guys, kids now that run these boats, they all grew up hanging out in here.
That's great.
Little Patrick on the Aloha, this is his hangout, all these guys. I grew up with all the guys that either own the boats or work on the boats. I think I know every deckhand and captain in the county.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's continue with our tour.
Yeah, rod selection, we got, deep sea rod selection, freshwater bass stuff, fly rods down here.
So you're into the whole fly fishing thing? So we got the freshwater, we got the saltwater, we got the fly fishing.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even realize we carry fly fishing gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then with
Nick Curcio would be thrilled with you.
Yeah, it just picks up every year. We've been doing it for about 25 years here.
Do you fly fish?
Uh-huh.
You do? Okay.
Yeah. I actually fly cast more than I fly fish.
Yeah.
I really enjoy casting.
Uh-huh.
And to kind of, you'll see me sometimes go outside here into the day and cast for, 15, 20 minutes. It's very relaxing to me.
I was going to say, I bet it's therapeutic.
Yeah, it's therapeutic. That's why I do it.
Yeah.
I just got back from a trip with some of my buds. We were in Montana up there fly fishing and bird hunting too. We went up there bird hunt, but we're fly fishing. I'm a big hunter also, so yeah.
I mentioned Nick's name just a second ago. He was my college professor at Loyola.
Really?
That's how I got to know Nick.
Yeah.
And you fished with him back on the Royal Polaris
on the Royal
Polaris, the day.
Yeah, way back in the day. I got to fish back in the day on the Royal Polaris, really in a really prime time.
Yeah.
Timmy Ekstrom was, just starting to run the boat. Brian Kiyahara. I tell people Rollo was my mentor growing up.
Hine, great guy.
Yeah, Frank Lopresti took care of me so well. It was unreal as a kid. I would go on some of the back then it was the Yo's tackle 16-day trip.
Oh my God!
Which was like a young kid on there. It was not easy to get on that trip. That was a pretty I don't want to say clicky trip, but it was a special trip.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I got to fish with all those guys. Jimmy Lou, Stassi Vlanikis, all the old legends.
Yeah, 100%.
Got to fish with all those guys. Don't do much long range fishing anymore.
Probably time is difficult.
Yeah,
right?
time and just I've caught enough tuna. When Patrick took over the XL from Randy Toussaint, which is another old friend of mine, I just kind of got out of it.
Yeah.
But I fished plenty with those guys and fished tuna plenty.
Yeah, man, you mentioned Yo and Frank, and I was a pinhead deckhand on the Searcher when Frank was running the Searcher, and Yo would come out, I believe it was on Mondays.
Yeah.
I learned so much from him about how to fish for bluefin. And I remember the first sashimi I ever had was with Yo, and I was saying, hey, what's your favorite recipe? And he looked at me and said, no fire. We'll come to that.
Classic,
right?
Sure.
So it was great stuff. Yeah.
And, fished out here for years and years. I fished for 30 years on the Island Tack with Steve Kelly. Yeah. And it's one of my closest buddies, and I call him my big brother.
What a quiet stealth boat that is, right? And
unless Steve-O was screaming at you.
Which was just about every trip.
Yeah, about every trip. But, I look at him as a big brother, learned a lot from him.
Yes.
Yeah. So, one thing for me is I got to fish the sport boats, fish long-range boats. I fished the yachts. I fished all the tournaments, the Classic, the Gold Cup, all that stuff for years and years. Got to fish a lot of foreign countries. Amazon is one of my favorite places to go.
That must be amazing.
Yeah, I've been there 10 or 11 times.
Wow, Eric, that is fantastic.
Yeah. We fished with Steve Yatomi, Ventura Travel Lights.
Yeah, Steve's great.
Yeah, Steve's put us on some really good trips.
Yep, Danny talks about him a lot. So.
Danny went down on some of the first trips with Steve. Yeah. Larry Dahlberg, those guys.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
What else? We got some more? What?
Yeah.
We got to introduce this gentleman
Bill
too.
here. He's our real mechanic, and
he's doing all the hard work here.
He does all the rigging. We're constantly
Bill, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Bill. Again, I already shook hands with you, but it's good to see you, man.
We do a lot of rigging as far as leaders. We make all of our own wind-ons here at the shop. Constantly building wind-ons and jigs and everything else. Bill does all of that for us.
Bill, if you do too much of that, this is what ultimately happens to you. No, you're way ahead of me. You're doing much better than me.
Well, give it this time next week.
Yeah, we do. What 1,500 to 2,000 reels a year repair probably. Yeah.
1,500 to 2,000 reel repairs. Are you doing most of those?
He does all of them.
Oh my God.
Sort of like my daycare center.
Yeah, I hear you. Right?
Yeah.
Retired 9 years ago, so
nice.
Live across the street, so this is where I.
That's perfect. Yeah, because I keep telling guys that are our age, you better have a reason to get up in the morning. Sitting there with a clicker, watching TV. That's not. I think this is way preferable, having stuff to do and keeping active.
I didn't know what the inside of a reel looked like when I first got here.
Oh my God, that's great.
Yeah, and then now it's snowballed.
Wow,
blindfolded.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
It's fully blindfolded now.
Perfect.
Yeah. So we had tons of different leader material, your line.
Yeah.
All the bass stuff you can imagine. Bass Tricks, Yamamoto, Kitech. This is a local brand. We carry a lot of local stuff, locally made stuff.
You're trying to support the local guys.
Yeah, Larry
right?
Elsher makes all this stuff for him. He's a fellow that fishes Lake Casitas tournaments all the time.
Yeah.
Another thing I did a little bit of, I fished tournament bass too. Not a ton, but got my feet wet with it a little bit. And that was always fun with some real good anglers.
Is your clientele mostly saltwater, mostly freshwater, or evenly divided?
I would say.
And what is the overlap with the saltwater guys? Do they fish both or not?
Most of my buddies that run sport boats fish bass.
Oh, I know those guys are. That's what. Yeah, like Buzz Bruce and Nine Down, all those guys.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So a lot of a lot of the guys that fish on the ocean.
Yeah.
They get turned on to fishing bass when the weather's crappier. They just go try it and they realize it's very technical and they enjoy it. It's a challenge to them.
Yeah.
Same with the fly fishing. It's like a lot of my clients never fly fish, but they caught tons of trout. They want to try something different, take it to the next level. They go fly fishing. We do fly tying classes here. We do fly casting instruction. We have a friend of mine, Lee Behrman. He does surf fly fishing guides there. Fred Clinshaw is our local guide at Lake Casitas.
And can people get to those people by coming in here?
We
put
connect
them in
them. Yes, for
That's
sure.
Great.
Yeah, we do that all the time. Yeah.
Shoot.
So, bass gear here.
Hey, can I give this guy a hug on camera real quick? Come here, Robert Graber. Yeah. You don't get to sneak away. What's up? You're the one who made this happen. Thank you. Thank you for being here. 805. Thank you.
Yeah, so you come over here, you got like a little surf section in here.
So you got your surf fishing.
Yeah.
How big is that here?
It's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, big, real big.
What kind of season did you have this year?
It's very good.
Okay.
A lot of stripers, a lot of halibut, and a few even nice sea bass in the surf.
Really?
Yeah, I saw a client get about a 40-inch sea bass this year.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Pretty darn good.
Yeah, heck yeah. Less pressure up here too, as opposed to.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
I would think so.
Yeah.
I don't go to LA very often anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Even driving through downtown LA with the dog here, I was like, this, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 100%. We have,
got your lobster hoop netting stuff.
Hoop netting stuff up there. You got your tying materials. You got your tying tools, reels, fly tying reels, more bass fishing stuff, more tying materials here. Lead heads like craziness. We got a little trout section over here even.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
There's stuff everywhere.
You're right, like you said, right near two Great Lakes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Casitas is on the rebound. You know, I think Casitas will once again be one of the top lakes in the world.
Why don't you explain to everybody what the problem with Casitas recently
Casitas was down to 24%.
Yeah.
Last year it went up to 100%. There was a ton of growth around the lake because of the lack of water. All the stuff, the brush built up. We had a spawn. When you're typically seeing, you know, I don't know, 70% of the fish die because of not having an area to hide the baby bass, most of them survived. So our bass, you know, population skyrocketed again. We're seeing a lot of like 7 to 10 pound fish.
Yeah.
Again, which, you know, back in the heyday was not a big deal. You know, we were seeing 10 to 15 pounders quite a bit, but I see that in the future. You know, a couple of our local guys up here, Matt Newman from iRod, Matty, like he and I we would talk so negative, like we're never going to see it again. We're never going to see it. And now we look at each other, shake our heads. We're like, we were 100% wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's coming back. We're seeing this swim bait thing.
Are we pointing a finger at the cause of that? Was there some political moves or anything that
we
can raise some hell about here?
Well, there was a little bit, you know, but I think honestly, it's just the weather. We had 2 really, really good years of rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some issues with water not being allowed in the lake as much as maybe it should be.
Correct.
I don't want to get in that because I really don't know the science behind it well enough.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't really know. You know, I would love to see it flow in there all day long, but can't tell you what's right or wrong.
Man, I'm telling you, this guy, what a refreshing person who's not willing to say something without evidence. I love it, man.
I want to, you know.
Right, exactly. 100%.
I'm not a scientist, so.
Let me ask you this question before we go, and I want to see some of the books you've got back there because people can come in and check that out. But how important is it for somebody, if somebody just happens to be watching out there and they've never fished a day in their life and they've got 2 young kids, I argue that this is one of the most, whether it's fishing or going for a hike or getting away from the social media and all the crap.
Well, I think the most important thing about it is it can become the biggest connection between a father and a son, a daughter and son. I think that's the most important thing.
You are so right.
It keeps them away from the social media, but I also think we have to give social media some of the credit for making fishing popular with kids. I tell people all the time that fishing is by far the most popular it's ever been with kids.
Yes.
It is skyrocketed. We have kids come in here every single day. We have Ventura High School right up the street, 300, 400 yards up the street, and we have probably 25 kids that come in on a weekly basis. You know, and then we have kids that are in here every couple weeks, nonstop. It's incredible.
I'm changing my whole. This guy is way smarter than me. I'm changing my whole argument. Keep watching Friedman Adventures, kids. But at the same time, that connection.
Yes, I think the kids see their friends.
Yeah, and it's cool. It becomes cool.
It's become cool. Like all the kids that used to be just surfers.
Yeah.
In this town here is a big surf town. We're seeing those kids when there's no surf, they're fishing.
Yeah. Yeah. It has become cool.
Yeah, it's really become a big deal. I also. Give like Salty Crew a lot of credit for that. They kind of made it hip to fish.
Yeah,
100%.
Eric, but what you're saying is absolutely true because my kids, I mean, rarely do they call me to do something unless it's around fishing.
Yeah,
it's and they're 30 years old.
Yeah, my father and I, that was our biggest connection.
Yeah,
my dad and I, we, don't fish much anymore, but that's what we did as kids. Dad would take us on trips. I was 8, 9 years old, and we were driving to British Columbia to go fishing.
Oh my God, what an adventure!
Yeah,
never forgotten it, right?
No, not at all.
Did it light that fire in you? Your father?
Oh yeah,
showing you? Yeah, of course it did, right? Yeah,
yeah. That's in shoot. I got maybe I can find it for you. I got a picture of my dad and I in 1990. It was like on the 7th trip the XL ever took.
Oh God!
And he and I, we jackpot. He got a 160, I think a 130 at Guadalupe. And still have that picture of Dad and I,
and those memories,
which
will never go away. Yeah, that is fantastic.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree with you more. It's that connection that lasts a lifetime.
It does, for sure. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else you got for us? Back in the back, you got a bunch of books. Can people?
Yeah,
can people come in and
here.
go through them?
Yeah, I love teaching people history and showing people history. It's become so prolific here. Like a lot of I become kind of known for it as kind of the guardian of it.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of clients and friends that run boats and stuff like that. If they find something,
boom,
they'll bring it to me and know that it's going. Everywhere you look, you got these old banners off the Channel Islands billfish tournaments. All up here, all the way back. I think we have them to like 70s or something like that. back when we were fishing just broadbill. It wasn't even a marlin tournament; it was a broadbill tournament.
You have all these old relics in here, which explains also why Robert Graber is here.
Yep.
So I
Come
get
on
the
back
whole
here.
thing
I'll
now.
show you. And this is just a small. These are all loaded with.
Oh my God!
memorabilia,
Really?
But people love this stuff. We're seeing more and more people.
And people can come in and go through this. Look, there's the Fury, man. We were just out there and saw that boat at San Clemente Island. What's that, old bait tickets and stuff?
Old bait tickets, business cards from boats.
Wow.
Yeah, just tonnage.
Wow, check this out.
Yeah, here's the XL in 2001. I keep it all. No reason to throw it out.
Amazing.
Yeah. Let me find you. Here's one that's my favorite, and it's not even that it's that old.
Yeah.
It's just more my era growing up when, there we go. Stuff like here,
Shoot, I like
H&M.
Yeah. It's so funny. I remember these things like it was yesterday.
Yeah. Yep. The old True Line stuff. Here's Per Point Landing. Just tonnage of it.
This is
Sabre 68. Fisherman's Landing. When Bruce Barnes and Bill owned it.
Oh my God.
The old sport boats,
Yeah.
There's
You
a
see those
Pronto.
prices, right?
Yep. Bill
That's
Pool
amazing.
Polaris 3.
Yep.
Daily trip, $12.
Prowler, Chuck
Yeah.
Gillum, Bruce Barnes.
Bruce Barnes, yeah.
Yeah,
Don
man.
Sampson. Those are the guys I looked up to as
Yeah,
a kid.
heck yeah, me too. Me too.
And there is tons of it.
Yeah.
1979. The new mascot. There's Pronto. Fort Hueneme. Norms.
The Pronto was the boat that had the horrible accident at San Martin Island. Am I right? Is that
No,
the one?
that was
a fishing fool.
Fishing Fool. I
That's
actually have the Fishing Fool announcement when it was built in here somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah, when they actually announced that it was being built.
Yes.
I
saw Redondo Sportfishing. So you got not just Channel Island stuff. You got
everything.
San Diego, everything. That looks like Ray Sobiak right there.
It is. Yeah, that's Ray. Yeah, that's Ray. And
Gotta love it.
Yeah,
man.
I really, started taking more care of it. So I took it down, took a lot of this down to show Brian Kihara one day. And Brian's he flipped out. So
Loved it.
yeah, he was going around showing all the old timers and stuff.
Yeah, heck yeah.
So I even take better care of it now, keep an eye on stuff.
Can you project into the future and tell me what you think sport fishing is going to look like in 20 years? Is it going to be vibrant?
Well, the way things are with kids, I don't see them getting, less
Enthusiastic about this, right?
It seems like they're more and more.
Yeah. I'm so happy to hear that observation. That is freaking great, man.
This season greetings card from the
pool. That is fantastic. Bill's waving his hand.
Yeah.
Oh, Laszlo needs you to move your car.
Oh, shoot. Go ahead. You got to move your
Give
car.
him my key. Just grab him my key. So, anyways, there's just tons of it. I have so much stuff.
I can see that.
And then I also have a huge collection of video stuff too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tons of videos.
You should. Have you ever thought about putting that up on a
It's
YouTube
on.
channel?
I have it
or
on
something?
YouTube. Yeah.
What's
If
your
you wanna-
YouTube channel?
We Get Bit.
We Get Bit.
Yeah. If you go on that, you
YouTube.
can see, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can. If you go on that, you can see a lot of the early stuff.
We Get
Yeah.
Bit. You should check that out.
Yeah.
That's
It's
gonna
got
be
some
awesome.
great footage.
Yeah.
We have a lot of. I probably have about 20 hours on there right now of old sport boat footage, but I probably have another 200 hours to download.
Yeah. It's funny you say 1990 like it was a long time ago. It was a long time ago, and it was 1985 when I started 976 Tuna.
I remember it.
And it seems like yesterday.
Yeah, I remember 976 Tuna.
Do ya?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. That loudmouth guy yelling and screaming about fishing.
Hi, I'm Phil
Oh,
Friedman.
fishing.
I remember it for sure.
Can't get it out. It's like a nightmare, right? Yeah.
It's classic.
Yeah.
You know?
What are the hours here and days? Do you have bait available?
Yeah,
here?
we have all the bait from flying fish to lugworms, night crawlers. We do a lot of frozen squid here. We get high quality squid here, the Guello brothers. Hours are 9 to 6, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. On Saturday, I'm closed on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God you take one day off.
One day, yeah. The truth is like if you call in here, chances are by 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm here. Working on something or doing something. So yeah, you can always call.
So is it true that when you really love something, it's not like you're working?
The only thing that I wish is I had a 2-day weekend every once in a while.
Yeah.
That's the toughest part.
Yeah.
Is never having 2-day weekends.
I know, because you get into this business and everybody goes, man, I'm going to start fishing, and this is going to be great. You stop fishing when you get into this.
For me, what made us survive so many years is, I don't have to have a lot of employees.
Yeah.
I do most of the work myself, and, when things are slow, it doesn't cost me anything.
Right. Got you.
Yeah.
Plus, nobody does it like you do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if there's. I used to go and talk with more tackle shop owners and stuff like that. I just don't anymore. I'm always in here.
Yeah, I hear you.
I was pretty tight with a few of the old tackle shop owners. When I was a kid. Wayne at Malibu Tackle was a mentor to me, and I talked to Wayne in a while. He's about 85, so he's getting up there a little bit.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Just lost Linda, his wife. Really sad.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Very sorry.
Yeah, it's a bummer. But I don't really, I don't know what other places are doing anymore.
One question I do have is about Wiley's. I know it burned down. Are they restoring it or?
I haven't heard anything. I doubt it. I can't imagine they're going to.
Yeah, right.
There's not enough money in the business.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Sad.
I know.
It's really sad.
Very sad.
Every time I see one of the old mom and pops go down, to me it's a real bummer.
Of course, yeah.
I was telling Stu at Fishing Fools. I said, it's we're a family. I know there's some private shops that don't get along with each other.
Yeah.
The truth is we're a family. All of us mom and pops are a family. Our real worry is the internet and corporate America.
Yeah.
So we have to work together.
Yes. True.
Yeah. I was, Aaron down at Bob Sands. He's the new owner there. And I was so proud of him when he came in, introduced himself before he bought it. Said, hey, I'm buying this place. And I'm like, this is what we need. We need a young guy like this who realizes that, as private business owners, we have to work together.
Yes, 100%. I'm so thrilled to hear you say that you thought that this year was the best. I've been saying that, and now we actually get a guy who's
I really believe, and it's just the past 4 or 5 years have been phenomenal.
Yes.
The bluefin fishery has just become incredible.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
This year, the yellowfin showed up real late, but hey, we have so much more. I think people forgot how important calico bass were. We don't even see people fish calico bass.
I know.
And our bass fishery up here is incredible.
Yeah.
And it's not even really a thing that guys do.
I know.
It's really surprising.
And it's such a fun fish, right?
Oh, it's my favorite. It's my favorite thing to fish out here.
You mentioned earlier on in this that you were catching bluefin on that light line, 10, 12 pound. Was that up here too? Because we were doing that in the Santa Monica Bay.
We were fishing SBI, San Nick.
Okay, same thing.
Catalina, that kind of stuff down there. Yeah, that's how we fish them today. And I tell these kids, hey,
they don't believe it.
We'll be fishing calico bass, and you'll see a little bluefin come up and grab the light gear, push it, put it out there.
The canyon in Redondo. We used to fish there all the time for those bluefin. And that was such a thrill as a kid to catch those.
There's
things.
some real good footage on one of my things of the bubble.
Oh, really? Oh, the bubble hole?
Yeah, guys fishing the bubble for yellows.
Catching yellows?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I don't know if you've seen it or not,
dude. I've been in on many of those bites.
Yeah.
Insane.
Pretty incredible footage.
I've told this story so many times, Eric, but I can remember on a couple of occasions, a guy named John Dipley. I don't know if you knew him.
Yeah,
big guy.
Yeah.
I worked with John.
He had the Grande, didn't he?
He had the Grande. He had the Queen of the Sea.
Yeah.
He ran an old boat, the Dinah Lee out of Redondo.
They used to be up here too. The Dinah Lee was up here.
We were on.
It was the Dinah Lee and the Foxy Dinah Lee. They changed.
That's
the name.
right.
Yeah.
I was on the Redondo special. We caught we had 69 people on the boat. Caught 3 blue perch and a Johnny bass. We dump all the people off on the pier, so they're kind of like meandering on the pier, and we go out to the bubble hole, just the crew. We have some squid, throw a scoop, and we're out there whaling on yellows, and I could just only think of those poor people up there. They didn't catch anything. We're whaling on yellows, bouncing them.
The funny thing is the Channel Islands up here, this area up here, there's a lot of Redondo, ex-Redondo captains.
Yeah, right? It seems
and a lot of Malibu.
Uh-huh.
A lot of the guys that came, that's where they came from.
Yeah.
Joe Villarreal, the owner of Mirage,
Right.
he's Redondo boy. Steve Kelly was Redondo boy.
Yep.
Louis Abbott
Yep.
was Redondo.
Blackjack.
Yep. Yeah. Gary Implum had that.
Yep.
He's the one that built it. Yeah.
Yep.
They all ended up here.
Yep, 100%, man.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
What else? Is that it, man? What a store.
Yeah. I don't know what else you want to
There's
say.
a history
Yeah.
lesson here. I've learned a lot. I love this tackle story. It's very, you know what? If you can have like a feeling of a nice family place to visit.
Yeah, it's a
You've
barbershop.
accomplished
Guys
that.
come in and hang out. You
Yeah.
know, it's not just.
And you're good with that?
Just fine.
Yeah.
I try to make it. Guys feel like they need a place to get away. Come
Yeah.
on in and hang out
Yeah.
and learn. You know, talk to the guys. You know, you could come in here and, like I said, there's some of the best fishermen around be hanging out in here.
Yeah, for sure. Eric, what a pleasure.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you too.
Bill,
Yes.
thank you so much, my friend.
All right, guys.
Try to keep a little hair on that head.
Yeah, well,
And Robert Graber's running around somewhere in here. Robert, there he is. Anthony, we got to get him on one more time and thank him. Hey, thanks everybody. Really appreciate it. Hit that like button. Make sure you share this video with a friend. And please come and visit Eric and Bill and everybody that makes Eric's Fishing Tackle so special right here in Ventura, California. Thanks again, Eric.
Thank you, man.
Please don't forget to support the Friedman Adventures family members who make this all possible, like the taxman, Tim Marquez, and your garage door man, Joe Welker, who does a great job and gets rave reviews here at Friedman Adventures. Heating and or air conditioning needs, it's our dear friend, John Lopez, and also the Island Spirit, Ventura Sport Fishing. You can't beat it. Chris Isaac and the El Patron out of Long Beach Sport Fishing, www.longbeachsportfishing.org. And if you have a leaky roof, then go visit my dear friend Brett at PelicanRoofSoCal.com. They'll get out, get you fixed up so you can get out and catch some more fish on your next adventure. PelicanRoofSoCal.com.
Get out of bed and wake up the kids, 'cause you know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Fishing reports up and down the coast. Your Phil Friedman, your coffee-loving host. So much fishing intel, it feels like cheating when you tune into the morning briefing. Inshore, offshore, from the surf, bluefin, yellowtail, pod, surf, perch. They'll tell you where the fish are and what they're eating when you tune into the morning briefing. So give it a like and subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified of all the fishing content coming your way. Friedman Adventures is here to make your fishing day. It's a more